next level.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Coach Tiffany Parra, editor in chief of Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine, elevating your mind, body, and spirit. Today is our Authors Network Spotlight, and today I have one of our amazing contributing writers. She is also one of my partners in crime with some of my book projects. Let me go ahead and bring her on in. Hey, good morning, Stephanie. What's going on?
Going good.
I'm so excited to see you. So excited to share the stage with you. We're taking center stage here on the Own It Publishing magazine and publishing platform. And Stephanie and I are both contributing writers with the Own It magazine. So you'll see our faces all over the place with various articles and different services that you can utilize to help you to, get your books out there and, just really, really shine when it comes to some of your literary arts and things. So today, before we begin, Stephanie, please introduce yourself. Tell everybody where you're at, who you are, about your business, all that good stuff. And let's get started.
All right. My name is Stephanie Malink. I own Malink Publishing. I live outside St. Louis, Missouri, in Southern Illinois. Malink Publishing encompasses 3 businesses now. Right by Staff, the anchor, the first one that started it all. I do full service professional writing and editing, including resumes, LinkedIn pages, cover letters, magazine, newspaper, journal articles, newsletters, all of that good stuff. I also edit books, college papers, especially dissertations. And then the Collinsville Daily News, I've owned it since August of last year. It is a paywall-free local newspaper here in Southern Illinois, but people from all over the world read it because we don't have paywalls. So if you want to keep on track of things and have real unbiased news, that's a great source. And then I am getting ready to launch. I'm actually starting to meet with all my team members, developers, and crew. I am launching the Granite City Daily News this year. I've been working on it since before I even bought the Collinsville Daily News, working on it with a business partner friend, and we are going to town with that. It'll be another local one. Both papers have both a Spanish translation button and an audio button, so you can listen to the news stories in your car while you're driving, stuck in traffic. They don't give me traffic reports, but you can keep up on the world.
Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations on everything that you are doing. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for, coming in on, my last project, Unsnapped. And, sometimes when you are dealing, when you're working with the team, sometimes life happens. And Stephanie came in when I was in a lot of need to get this project done. Did not know if we were going to get it done in time. And she helped me get to the finish line. So I just thank you for that. And just all that you do to, bring the news out there to, your community and, as you said, to the world, right? So this is just awesome. So let's talk about, how how do you approach feedback and criticism as a creative, right? Whenever you share with people what you're doing, you sometimes you get that chatter coming at you, and maybe the feedback might not be what we want to hear. It's just people's opinions or whatever it is. How do you go through your writing process without letting all that affect you and that process, and also just your well-being, because that could really like weigh on us, when you got people talking about the things that you're doing that you're so passionate about, because people are so passionate about getting their stories out there. And maybe they have people saying, well, don't tell everything because maybe maybe they might be part of the story, right? So there's just a lot of things that go into that. So let's talk about that stuff.
Yeah, that's the one thing I love about being a creative on the creative side of writing and editing and doing copywriting is there's a million audiences in the world. Everyone has different needs, they have different wants, different tastes. Your book may I'm not a science fiction person. I don't like to read science fiction. I'll read it to edit it, but I'm not going to hop in the car and go to the bookstore and buy 5 science fiction books this afternoon or anything. But there's people that love that. They'll get lost in fiction books for days on end.
Right.
Not a, different strokes for different folks, as they say. So but you got to know you do have to have a target audience. You cannot expect your book to sell to everyone everywhere. One of my books, The ABCs of Living Independently When You're Older or Frail, I see that one getting ready to take a big uptick with the national budget cutting Medicaid and everything. A lot of nursing homes are going to go down, and people need to be safe in their homes.
That's right.
You can be just as safe, if not safer, in your home than in a nursing home. So, really
Right.
got to start that going. And now's a great time to buy that book because on Smashwords today started their summer/winter sale because in the Southern Hemisphere, it's the first winter's started. So, get it. It's 25% off. It's only digital on Smashwords, but get it.
Yeah.
That's the joy of ebooks. You can have it. You can take it to the doctor's office with mom or dad if you don't understand what's going on, if you're not comfortable asking them questions.
Right.
Just get out there. Be your own advocate. And that's what a lot of people in every area have trouble with. You've got to advocate for your own health. You've got to advocate for your own clients. You've got to advocate for your writing.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that is such a good book to invest in right now, as like you said, for anyone, for those that have some parents that are elderly parents, and even the person that is coming up in age are seasoned individuals that I call them. Um, you got to know how to age gracefully and be able to take care of yourself. And I feel like, what better place to be able to live the rest of your life than in your own space. In your own space where you're comfortable. No disrespect or anything to the nursing homes out there. I know that there are some good facilities, but I know when I think about myself and even think about my mother, my mother's 82 and she lives in her own home, and and she's able to navigate well. And I would love to see everyone out there be able to navigate that way. So definitely tap in and grab that book. Share it with those that you love. Read it yourself. And, as Stephanie said, you can have it on your phone, you can have it on a tablet, digital books, those ebooks. There's no excuses on why we can't tap into those ebooks. So, definitely. So, thank you, Steph, on that. So, everyone, whenever you're wanting to write a book, okay, or you got a story in your belly, it can be hard, it can be tough. And I want to go into just a little bit of motivation on that, from myself as well as Stephanie, because the both of us have created works out there, and we have gotten through that chatter to be able to get to that finish line. So really, just focus on you and that passion, and know that your story and the information that you're trying to get out there, it's not just for you. It's not something that you need to be holding on to. Someone else needs to really hear that. That is valuable information for someone out there around the world. So tap into those gifts and share them. Right, Steph? I mean, give maybe some of your knowledge on just getting your work out there, and really just just doing it. Doing what you're passionate about when it comes to the creative writing.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about social media, actually. I've worked with so many authors that they write a book just because they want to write a book, and then they never do anything to promote it. They never get print copies. If they do get print copies, they sit in boxes in their basement. They don't go to events. There are so many different niche cons and book fairs and different places. Get out there with your books. Some are free, some you have to pay for, but there's a fair for everybody. I like to say I go to a lot of health fairs for both the ABCs of living independently, and then also for my other book, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Clean Living. I go to generic book fairs where I can have those books. I can also have the anthology that I'm in that's more of a self-help book. I
Mhm.
can have my QR code for my business book. Just look at different places. Look at the little pop up events. So many boutiques have pop up events these days. I love to do those because it's low key. They have regular customers, and you're a novelty. So they're going to come see you probably.
And it's fun. It's fun to get out there and network and share your gifts. And, and your book can be your business card. It really can, depending on what you're writing on. And if you're having, trouble getting out there, tap into some of the anthologies that are out there. We just finished the Unsnapped anthology. We are coming out with a volume 2. So, so look for that. If you want to share, a story on how to stay calm, cool, and collected, and what it is that you do to just woo-saw in life. There's a lot of other projects out there. There's another project that's coming up with author Danny. Any of you ladies out there that have your doggies, we are doing a anthology with women and their dogs. So just talking about that, and we may extend out to that, women and their cats, women and their snakes, birds, who knows? Because you know what, when you tap into creativity and just have fun with it, you never know what you can come up with. But if you are interested in any of those projects, definitely reach out. And also tap into Phoenix Fitness Fanatics, because you'll see some of her articles every month, and you're also going to see her on the cover here shortly as well. So definitely tap into that. I'm so excited for you all to just, see all the different things that she's doing. So again, Steph, how can they get in contact with you if they want to work with you? If they've got a dissertation that maybe they need, a second set of eyes on, so they know that they're going to definitely get that, that through, and that approval that they're looking for. How can they tap in?
My email is writebysteph@gmail.com. I also have a website, writebysteph.com. I've got a Facebook page, Instagram, working on a YouTube station. Pretty much, you think about it, I'm out there. I'm technically on TikTok, but I never put anything on there because they rejected the one thing I did put on. So it's like, okay,
No.
I'm over you right now.
Aw. Well, hey, look, y'all can see her pretty much everywhere out there. And I'm sure if you Google her name as well, you're going to see all the amazing things that Stephanie's out there doing in the world. So, everyone, have an amazing day. Steph, thank you so much for joining me today for this Authors Network Spotlight, talking about the approach to feedback and criticism and not allowing it to get in there and affect you when you are trying to go through your writing process, and not letting it affect your mental well-being as you move through your creative process, because we need to see those books, we need to see your gifts, and we want to definitely see what your purpose and your power is out there. So thank you all so much for joining us today for our Authors Network, and we'll see you next time. All right, thanks so much. Take care, everybody.